I see skies of blood, seas of screams, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world in space. Game of Plays Duke Nukem 2, we are starting episode 4. Yes, that's what I said, episode 4.
Which means it's gonna start like bullshit. Yeah, as that picture has indicated, I'm gonna be trying to strangle this fucking rocket with my bare fucking hands. That does mean bottomless pit. In fact, this is the only time in which there is bottomless pit. Actually, no, not quite, but it's definitely prominent in this episode. Because, you know, falling out of a rocket, burning into the atmosphere, tends to put a crimp on your day. I say crimp because it's not as... It's a little cooler than saying cramp. Crimp. Krampus. The more laid-back Krampus. Yeah, get started on those Christmas references, boys. They're gonna be all over the place. Okay, going up here first so I can have the rockets. Also, I didn't notice, but I can shoot the orb. It's gonna get awkward now, because I think it fucked with my hint that I was supposed to get. So sorry for anyone trying to figure out what that hint was. I did bring the orb to the thing, so maybe that is intentional? I don't know. I think I got the points out of it. But yeah, I'm gonna get this rocket lounge chat here to deal with the gunmen of the West. The gunmen of the apocalypse.
Did you know a rocket launcher is deadly? Oh shit, I had no idea.
I guess if you're new to weapons and concepts of things blowing up, I know, it's just tutorial bot has to tutorial, even when it's pretty obvious, but that's okay. We love our little tutorialness. Tutorialness is just ness, but with, like, a teaching degree. Yes. That's most of this level, is going grappling everywhere, and hoping you don't get blown up and shot. I'm surprised at how nonchalantly this turned out, because it just, I don't know, it worked out so smoothly. And it's not like you can get lost. You can't. I mean, it's not as hard to get the losses level as some of the other ones. Just be careful of these harrowing jumps of harrows.
Yes. Hello. Yes, I'm a Gundam Sphere. Yes!
I am addicted to this voice right now. So, Tim Curry practitioners beware. Oh yeah.
That's why they call me Nigel. Yes, or Reginald, other such names.
As opposed to what we do in America is like,
yep, Jebediah, yep, Caleb, yep.
You know, old-timey names. For the public. I hit this red box, and it blows up. Well, at least it's not going to get good range on me, so I don't need to back out too much. Unless I think it's going to blow up an item, then I'm going to in the heck out of dodge. My weapons. What will they do? They will think I am both French and German. What the fuck? German? Well, I suppose that's what happened when you had Vichy France for a little bit. Oh dear. That must have been awkward. And also probably pissed off Britain. Because we all know how much Britain bitch slaps France and so on. At least in history. I think they're quite friendly now. But damn. Didn't really help with the Normans and stuff, but hey.
Wait a minute, I need a key first. That's what the tutorial told me. After like 3 times, I just didn't remember how the fuck a key works. Damn.
You like this vertical scrolling in the background? Does it please you, my friends? Or non-friends, frenemies? All those acquainted with me or nother. That's what we say here at the Gaming with Plays channel. Go fuck yourself. Ha ha! It's a term of endearment. It means, if you're not offended by what I'm saying, we might be friends. Actually, no. I'm not purposely trying to offend you. I'm just being, facetious! Oh, what's that excuse? I don't know. You already knew it wasn't that serious. Or if it doesn't seem offensive, it's just more like, oh no! Shocking curse words! Oh god!
Clearly he is possessed by the devil, and he must wipe his tongue with soap.
Yeah. I'm sure I haven't met anybody who's been bothered by curse words, except, not just saying such things in front of children. But, vulgarities, which is just involving sex or violence. In terms of words, I'm surprised that bothers anyone anymore, like it would have used to. I think we have modern media to thank for that. At least I do. I mean, visuals of it, yeah, okay. But when you're just hearing it and just, talking about it, I don't think it's too bad. That's why I joke about being offensive when it's just like, oh, shocking! It's like, yeah, buddy, we've lived the internet. Nothing shocks us now. Except for, severe cruelty that,
But rudeness, it's next to politeness in the vocabulary of my god, lords.
the yords of lore. Look at me trying to randomize wordplay. That's always a bad decision. Well, Man, what's this t-shirt doing up here? It's gonna... Anything out here should already start freezing, since we're high up. But what do I know about this planet? Not a whole lot. So, for all I know, it could be just warm all the way out until you actually escape into space. At some point, it's gonna cool off, though. So, I'm just not high enough yet. I was about to play Duke Nukem, but then I got high. No. I'm actually a big old teetotaler straight-edge guy. I don't piss on someone for doing drugs, though. I hope they have self-control, though, that's for sure, or they're not hurting themselves. But, yeah. Nope. I'm not the only person that listened to those damn D-A-R-E, the dare things back in the day. I don't know if they still do that. They might. Hey, can I turn this in yet? I want to tell all my friends about how my orb is better than theirs.
My orb's better than your orb. My dad could beat up your orb's dad.
My orb could roll over your dad and call him his own dad. Oh yeah? My dad is your dad. Oh shit. Alright, I got the key that I needed. My orb? It's my orb! Give it back! Paint, some stars on it. We'll make it the MacGuffin of the year. I forget where the origin of the term MacGuffin comes from. So you'll have to enlighten me, as you often do, audience, onto things I don't know about. Which, is kind of fun. When I'm following someone on Twitter and I actually don't know what someone's talking about. Oh yeah, so rare. No, it happens plenty. I'm just like, fascinating. I wish I knew what was being talked about. So, keep talking to the void for me. Maybe someday I'll understand. That's me realizing I have limits to my knowledge. And I don't just mean oh, this is a topic I don't know about. No, we're talking about high-end intelligence, which can happen in front of me. Obviously it happens. I just meant I'm not running into geniuses left and right. You understand? But it happens. It happens.
When you least expect it. Haha, the genius of the lifetime.
Hint computer frequency jam. But I got the points, though. So I don't know if that was part of the thing. Then again, I don't know what the hint could have possibly said to help this go better. Maybe it's something to do with helping me jump better in this level. Or maybe it's a hint in what's going to happen in the next level. And so forth. Because you gotta be careful not to just shoot things. I know, hard for a game in which I'm shooting things constantly, but that may be used against you now. So,
Careful where you shoot. Don't just waste your ammo. Rapid fire is now your enemy. Yes! God damn it.
I heard there was an ending to Charlie the Unicorn now, and I think to myself, but probably should have ended that a while ago. And I also think to myself, was it really a series? It was just like a short few things, according to me. I don't know. It's one of those so random things on the internet that we all know and love. Oh well. I can always go back to trying to watch Homestar Runner again. Oh, these guys are new. They're like some kind of eyeball spiders. Aye, and I'm already in a level where I have to
Get out the satellite dish. Is.
Yo, you guys ever get satellite? Like, talking like TV or internet? Satellite internet is useless for streaming, by the way. It is excellent for downloading and uploading, though. But, yeah, if you're trying to, like, run, like, a thing, or, like, servers, it's fucking worthless! Not to mention the weather, obviousness. So, yeah, there's some walls that you do not want to shoot, or it blasts the wall open, and then air starts escaping, and you'll just die instantly because you're out of oxygen and you're going into space. You ass.
If only I could get off the euphemism treadmill. Oh well, it is a fact of life.
What's the worst that could happen? Something I say is offensive 10 years in the future? I'm sure that's happened. You know how I deal with that? By just not saying it again, because I can't take it back. It is time travel. Yep. Yesterday's me is not the same as today's me, as weird as that is. That's why you have to plan for your future selves at any given moment. So if you treat yourself right, you'd be like, why is this important? Then your future self is like, thanks, past me. And then you're like, I appreciate that now. Now I'll support future me with much gusto. More future me than I was, since I am the future me of past me. Remember, think fourth dimensionally. Think Tesseract. Think hypercubes. Think some other shapes. I have had some fun trying to visualize what they did, because go to Wikipedia sometime and look up extra dimensional geometry. Your eyes will start melting. It's interesting. Obviously, they can only show them in the fabric of 3D, but the fact that you can even somewhat visualize what that kind of looks like is a bit mind-bending. Remember, we're not just talking squares and cubes and beyond that. We're talking about like cone variants, circular variants, whatever goes behind polyhedron variants. Maybe we just don't really have names for. But there's a logic to them, even if it doesn't make sense to look at. I think I remember this puzzle game where your thing was it's just Sokoban but in multiple dimensions. Now, this is a perfect example of showing off how that worked. Yeah. I was looking up how the closest thing to get to light speed is to not actually move at light speed, but to make everything around us move, so you're just controlling space. The trouble with that is no one knows how to stop the thing. And yet you think they know how to start it? I don't know. What I'm saying is maybe light speed travel is closer than we think. Or at least legitimized, as in theory, we might have something here. That's really exciting to me. I'm totally excited about the whole colonizing things in space thing. You don't mind if I talk about sci-fi topics while I'm playing sci-fi games. That should be a given. But yeah, I always wondered where else we could colonize in space and how it would solve some problems such as, well, It wouldn't really solve our own planet's problems, but it would give us an out so we could make the next planets turn out better. For one thing. I mean, we'd still be whole new to the whole space travel thing, so it's just like, okay, maybe we'll get it right after 10 more planets, right? Maybe. But then you have, like... Then you have to worry about developing different accents by living on different planets, all that junk, and looting differently, which, you know, is a theory going around. It's like aliens are just other humans that were dropped off here back in the past, or I don't know. Those weird ancient aliens things I don't really pay attention to, but I like the idea. It's just not whatever that show is, because what the fuck? Don't even know how they... I don't know. It was a meme a while ago, and so it is somewhere in my memory. But I'm not saying it was aliens. I will be shooting the fuck out of these aliens, though. You know it. Ah, take this little drone guy. Drink the soda of my ancestors. Yeah. What other problems with space solve? Oh, right. You know, like overpopulation. Like, we need more people to live somewhere. And that's a problem that, like... I mean, I'll say capitalist, but what I mean is a economically growing mindset where it's like, oh yeah, infinite resources, potentially, if you can figure out how to colonize planets and harvest them. And who knows how far that will take you, until you find out there's a limit to the universe, which we are in no position to figure that out, not even for maybe even a few billion years to know that kind of thing, if we can even find it, or if it even stops growing, if that's what it's doing. Although it's more like planets are spacing out rather than more planets being added, so I don't know if that's... I don't know. It's just one big thing. Come on, satellite dish. I'm going through space. Oh, you know what? This comes to mind of a game of which I'm going up through a rocket ship. Towards the end of Sonic Advance, you're going up a rocket ship through its stages, and it's like breaking it apart. And it adds to your timer every time you do it. So you have a chance. But if you don't meet the timer, you get breaking off of one stage of the rocket, and then you die. That doesn't happen here, thankfully. We still have to worry about airlocks. Good lord. Air mechanics. Those are always not stressful, huh? God.
Jesus! I never played with little boys.
That's sad. I know. Ooh, trying to catch me off my guards. Well, isn't that fancy? I am happy to report that there are no more missing Nukem letter levels, except for the boss level. So it was just a freaking accident somewhere in episode 3 to not have one in one level. I'm sure someone could go in and edit and put them in there and make it work. So, if someone wants to do that, go ahead. Although I'm not really big on little improvement gameplay change mods. I mean, I know it's good for accessibility to help you understand how to play the game better, but from a technical standpoint, it's not impressive. It's just more like, here, let me polish this off a bit. Which, you know, sometimes is needed when the game crashes, you know. I can't believe crashing games are still a thing. I've had some of these DOS games crash, too, actually. Within DOS box. Like, I'm talking DOS games that don't crash just the game, but DOS, as in crashing DOS box. Somehow. I never did figure it out, because it only happened to me like 3 times. On separate occasions that have no recollection on or have any relation to anything between each other as to what I was doing. I imagine it had to do with using things that the games wouldn't have come with, so like using higher requirements, but usually that applies to frame rates. And I can work my way around that. Like, how do you standardize the frame rate, the resolution? Yeah, I've come to the conclusion that I just will stick with a small screen if the game will play better using it. I don't try to HDify anything, except for the video footage, which isn't easy enough, but when I'm actually playing the game, nah. So, another pet peeve of mine, I changed one of my Linuxes to an Ubuntu because, well, it was a Mint before, but because, for some damn reason, the newest Mint comes packaged with a, the low resolution limit is too high compared to this X Ubuntu thing I'm using. Not on this machine, but on the other one. But, can we please keep making the lowest resolution available for our displays? It's really going to break compatibility if you do it that way. Because otherwise, eventually, the shit's going to get smaller and smaller, and I'm going to have to come up with, like, some kind of microscopic things for these things to work. You know, magnifying glass app, so I can see it better. You don't want games to run on big windows, because they'll just take up space. I've learned that with the next Duke Nukem game. With many Build Engine games, if you, like, in the old days, if you increase the resolution, it's just going to slow the fuck down. Unless you really have the hardware. Probably don't, because not only is there a chip shortage, we seem to have reached limits of processing for the time being. Because you can't make shit smaller than atoms. Oops. But yeah, I don't mind big resolutions being available. Just don't take out the ability to have smaller resolutions, or I'll be upset. It's one of the reasons I'm so nervous about getting a new computer. Well, besides the price, it's like I can't take it back if it sucks because I spent so much money on it, and there's just certain things I don't have that I need. One of those things is making a lower resolution available. Don't take that away from me, please. It's not something I can ask someone about because they're always like, "Nah, man, the only resolution you get is 8K." I'm like, stop it. It's like when internet browsers keep requiring more of the CPU. I'm like, no, cut that out. Or worse, when they try to override my desktop manager, I'm like, no, I'm the boss of you. This is my machine. Get away. Machines acting of their own accord. That's how you make Skynet. Dummies. Duke Escaped. Okay, okay, so there's Duke Escape things on the rockets, too? How many monitors do we have on this guy, anyway? I mean, I suppose he's very important, but something tells me the aliens knew I was going to escape. Remember, Duke Nukem remarked how they're kind of stupid in terms of long-term planning. Like, they're brilliant in other ways, such as just making things work, but they don't seem... The Regelatons don't seem to be long-term thinkers. Or it's just at the expense of being a gag, which is completely possible. See right here, if I shot the laser while the wall was on screen, I would have shot the wall off, and that would have fucked with me. So don't do that. Be careful when you have rapid fire and lasers, since they can go through stuff. But it wasn't too aggravating since there was nothing else in the way. I had plenty of time to back up. We're also carrying slime with us. That's nice. Oh no, I can't pick it up. I'm forced to shoot it. Take this, Terminator Man, that you shoot with the gun in your hand. That is what... Oh, shit. Nice. I do like how there's remains of where those things used to be. Even when I come back from a distance, it's like, yes, I'm reminded of my corpse. My corpses! Corpses bobbing in the sea. In the sea of space. Bobbing for corpses. It's like apples. Only with more protein. Hey, can you imagine plants that have protein in them? Oh wait, legumes. Alright, never mind. Drones and feet and satellite dishes, and that might have been the last dish. Let's get the freaking screws out of here. We're not making some kind of home project for my car that I don't have. The home project. Yeah, maybe if I didn't get motion sick all the time, I'd be talking more about cars, huh? Well, I do have some knowledge of racing games, so we can enjoy that, can't we? Nope, still fine, even though it looks like the air is going to run out right here. But it's okay.
Now that is epic. Ha ha ha. Secret bonus number 3.
Hopefully I can get the 400,000 points by the end of this. Well, what is next on our journey through this rocket? It's the first level theme again. Apparently, we found yet another prison. This time, this one's on the rocket ship. Yep. Oh well. Don't worry about the level theme. It'll play differently.
Don't you worry about that. Next time on Game of Plays Duke Nukem 2, reused content.
That's what I like to see. So I'll reuse you later. Get recycled.